If you haven't already watched the video on order of operations, I recommend that you do that if you're struggling with order of operations, because we're going to use that as we simplify these expressions. So we're going to start with evaluating variable expressions, the algebra review, and I'm going to take each of the values they give me for a variable and I'm going to substitute them in. So instead of this a, I'm going to substitute in a 1. So when I do that, I've got 2 minus 1 squared. Simplifying my parentheses first, following my order of operations, 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 squared is 1 times 1, which is 1. Substituting in the 9 for the x, 9 minus 7 minus 4. According to order of operations, I'm going to do my parentheses or my grouping symbols first. 7 minus 4 is 3. 9 minus 3 is 6. Substituting my 8 in now in two different places. I've got 8 divided by 10 plus 8. So I'm going to do my division first. 8 divided by 10 is going to give me 0.8, and then plus 8, so I have an answer of 8.8. Over here I've got to plug in or substitute in 8 for C and 8 for B. So I've got 8 minus 8 minus 8. 8 minus 8 inside my parentheses gives me 0. 8 minus 0 is 8. I'm going to plug in 2 for A. 4 divided by 6 times 2 minus 1 cubed. So according to order of operations, I'm going to do what's in my parentheses or my grouping symbols first. And I've got 2 minus 1 is 1. Next I'm going to do my exponents, so 1 cubed is also just 1. And then remember, I go from left to right doing my, since my multiplication, I have multiplication and division on the left to right first. So I've got 4 divided by 6 that goes first. Now on the previous example, I gave a decimal answer. 8 divided by 10 gives me a terminating decimal of 0.8. I could also write that as 8 over 10 as a fraction, but since it gave me a terminating decimal, I went ahead and put that. If I divide this in my calculator, it's going to give me a repeating decimal, a non-terminating repeating decimal, so it's going to give me 0.666 repeating. So I'm not going to give that as my answer because that would be a rounded answer. So I'm going to write 4 divided by 6 as my fraction, and then when I multiply by 1, I end up with just 1. So I'm just going to simplify or reduce that fraction of 4 over 6 to 2/3, and that's my final answer. Got all kinds of craziness going on in this problem. I've got 7 to plug in for A, 8 to plug in for V, and I've got lots of grouping symbols, so let's be careful as we rewrite this. 2 divided by, and then I've got 8 minus 8 plus 7, and all of that divided by 4. 2 divided by, inside my first, remember working from the inside out, 8 minus 8 is 0. 0 plus 7 is 7. So 7 divided by 4. So that is, again, going to give me actually this one is going to give me a terminating decimal, so I can go ahead and leave that as a decimal. You can also turn it into a fraction if you'd like. But when I do that, I get 1.75, and then I'm going to divide 2 by 1.75, and I get a final answer that's not a terminating decimal. So let's actually go back and do this over again. Let's turn this, let's turn this into 2 divided by, and we'll put this as 7 over 4. Okay? And then I'm going to rewrite this as a fraction, 2 divided by 7 over 4. Now if you recall, when I'm dividing by a fraction, I'm going to flip and multiply, or you may have heard the keep it, switch it, flip it, right? So I keep the 2, I flip, or switch the division to multiplication, and I flip my fraction. Either way, I'm multiplying 2 times 4 over 7. So when I do that, multiplying my numerators together, I get 8 over 7. Again, that is not a terminating decimal, which is why I jumped ship on the decimal answer. Continuing, I've got 3 to plug in here and 6 to plug in here. 3 squared minus 3 plus 9 times 6. So inside my parentheses, I need to follow order of operations. I'm going to do my exponents first. I get 9 minus 3 plus 9. And then following order of operations, remember from left to right, I'm just going to do whatever comes first as far as subtraction and addition, because they have the same value or the same power. So 9 minus 3 is 6. And then I have 6 plus 9 is 15. And then 15 times 6 is going to give me 90. So my final answer for this one is 90. Plugging in 2 here and 4 here. I've got 2 to the 4th plus 10 minus 3 plus 4. And again, remember that 2 to the 4th is 2 times itself 4 times. So 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16. So 2 to the 4th is going to be replaced with 16. Now all I have left is addition and subtraction, so I'm going to do from left to right. I end up with 26 minus 3 plus 4. 26 minus 3 is 23. 23 plus 4 is 27. So again, left to right, I added these two, became 26. Then left to right, I subtracted these two, got 23, and then finally added to get 27. Plugging in 8 for B. 8 times 2 plus 8 plus 7, all divided by 5. So within my parentheses, I need to follow order of operations, so I'm going to do multiplication first. 16 plus 8 plus 7. So I end up with 16 plus 8, which is 24. 24 plus 7 is going to give me 31. And 31 divided by 5 gives me a terminating decimal. So you can either leave it as 31 over 5, or you can give me the terminating decimal of 6.2. Alright, last example, I'm going to plug in my values. I've got 7 minus 3 plus 4 plus 5 minus 5. And right here, I should be able to see that those are just going to cancel each other out at some point. And then I'm going to do my parentheses. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 minus 7, so my answer for this one is 0.